Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. I'm the Drunk Poker. Tis beer time. Happy to Valentine's Day if you're celebrating the Valentine's Day today. I don't know. I mean, I love beer, so I got that going for me. I was at the LCBO today. You're at the LCBO the other day. It was today I was there. And I'm walking around and I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing here? Well, you know what? I started picking up new beers. Or beers I haven't had in a long, long time, like years, like 3, 4, 5 years. And I thought to myself, let's see what that works out for a while. So I bought 8 beers that I've either never had or haven't had in a very long time, and we're going to have those for the next few days. Because, I don't know, let's get into it. From Beaches Brewing Company in Toronto, in the Beaches, comes Budgie Smuggler. It's a sparkling Australian ale, 5.5% brewed in Toronto. Australian ale is a prescribed style of beer. It's apparently it's very high in carbonation, and it resembles English ales. So I'm like, all right, like that intrigued me. The name is kind of funny, Budgie Smuggler, right? That's a little funny, isn't it? It's a little play on words, funniness. I don't know. Australia's a place I would like to go. But that is a long flight, and I cannot be trapped in a metal tube that long. I don't particularly care for flying. I like driving and mostly staying home. So I probably will never get to Australia. It's one of those places that looks really cool, and other people can go and tell me about it. But this way we're getting to try some kind of Australian thing without actually having to go. This is from the Beaches in Toronto. It does seem effervescent. But it does have that kind of, English ale kind of color. Okay. The head is beautiful. Let's get into it. Cheers, my friends. Just doing nonsense like I used to. Cheers. Pleasantly surprised. That it does remind me of like an ESB type. Let me put it that way. This is a very nice toasty malt backbone with notes of a little bit of toffee in there. It's got a nice bitterness to it. It is in that vein of beers. Not exactly the same, and I am trying to kind of quantify it here. It certainly is effervescent. It certainly is very bubbly, which is nice, which I guess leads to the kind of lighter feeling, even though it's a 5.5% beer. It's not a light beer at all. But it's certainly, the body leaves you to feel light, but the taste is not. That's actually quite nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. The first one, we're probably going to get some stinkers, I know. But, I bought one of the beers I bought, I was like, I don't want to try this one, but I have seen it, and I'm like, I got to try it. So, but this, if you see this, and you like kind of English style ales, yeah, like I wouldn't compare it to like an ESB in reality, but trying to find that kind of where would you put this? It leans more towards that style of beer. It's nice. It's pleasant. It's not a home run or knock them out of the park or going to replace any kind of those beers for me. But I can see the draw of it. It's decent. So second sip, not as good as the first though. Yeah. It's okay though. Like again, and I'm trying to find that, and that's the problem, right? Is you get stuck when you're constantly drinking these high-test, high-octane beers. And you got to kind of go, well, what is everybody else brewing? Because what's going on in the rest of the scene? And that's what we're trying to do here. I'd put it in that category, that kind of ESB, the kind of malty ale. But not as good as an ESB, right? Different. So, yeah, that's okay. You can give it a try if you want, or just take my word that it's like, okay. There you go. That's what we do. But if you want to know, it's bubbly, though. If you want to try like a bubbly kind of toasty malt ale, I guess, you can try this one. Cheers. Let's go. It's not offensive. It's just like, the first sip, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then as it went on, I was like, it's okay. I think okay is probably the better place for it to be. And then there's nothing wrong with that. Beer can be okay.